This is going to be the intro to a shop update, and I'm going to discuss a bunch of different topics. My last update, I talked about having to go to Tennessee and bring back a car for a guy. Well, guess what? He sold that car, and I ended up having to haul it to Indiana. But there's going to be another discussion about some paint products that I needed to use for the haul truck build, and what I needed to do to clean up after this paint product and to cut it with. So it's a POR 15. A lot of people use it for frames or to paint over rust, and it's a rust stabilizer, rust preventative paint. Very good. It can be painted over, but it's got some product information on the back of it that says that you have to use their thinner and their solvent product to clean up and to cut the product with. And you never know, there's so much disinformation. Everybody says, oh, you've got to use our product to support the original product, and that's not necessarily the case in some cases, but it may be very well in this case. So let's jump into that, and then we'll go into the car haul. I'm over here at the new workbench that I built, and what I've got is I've got this POR 15. Now this is a rust paint, and I'm using it on the haul truck build. Going to be using it on the frame of the haul truck build as an undercoat because it's a rust preventative, and it can also be used as an undercoat, but it's supposed to be excellent stuff as rust preventative. You can actually paint it over rust and it will stabilize it. But why I'm over here, and I will mention this in the haul truck build also, but why I am over here is because I am accumulating some stuff to do some painting on that, and plus I paint other things, but I'm going to be accumulating some stuff. But why I kind of wanted to talk about this is that POR 15 that I talked about. And on the back of the can, it says that you're supposed to use their product to clean and cut this stuff with. So I didn't know whether that was true or not. I'm thinking, are they just trying to get you to buy other stuff? So what I did is I went to it's an auto supply store, but they kind of specialize in body stuff. They have fiberglass resin, they have fiberglass cloths, they have lacquer thinner, they have paint. They have light paint strainers, mixing containers, stuff like that. So what I was going to do is start spraying the frame of the truck, but I was unsure whether I didn't want to do it unless I knew for sure that lacquer thinner was going to clean the spray gun up. So I happened to go to this place that a body shop recommended to pick up some lacquer thinner and stuff. And I had asked that guy at the body shop whether he knew about this POR and whether you had to use their product for cleanup, and he didn't know. So I went to this place to pick up some fiberglass cloth, some fiberglass resin, some lacquer thinner. And I ended up telling the guy what I was buying the lacquer thinner for mainly was to clean up after this stuff. And he says, oh, I've sold that POR 15 to a body shop before. And I says, well, do you know whether the lacquer thinner or not can clean it up? And he says, you know what, let me call that body shop up. And he called them up, and the guy there told him, no, lacquer thinner will not clean it up, that you actually have to use their stuff to cut and to clean up afterwards. So he says, we carry it. I don't have it at this location, but I can have it to you this afternoon. So kind of basically what this whole discussion is about. Not only that, in case you ever run into this POR 15 and need to know what you have to use to clean it up or cut it with, you do have to use their stuff, and it's called a POR 15 solvent, and that number is a 4404. But anyways, I am going to be using that and cleaning up some stuff. I've also got some fiberglass cloth that I'm buying for it, but I will discuss that further into the truck, the haul truck build. Just as part of a little shop update, I've got the equipment out here now. I didn't show it, but I brought the truck in this morning, my truck in this morning, to do an oil change on it, knowing that I probably had a run tomorrow, and I do. So I just wanted to show you that. I'll put that stuff away and clean that shop up, but just showing that to you. This is Monday evening. I've got the truck hooked up to the trailer because I have to go back out and pick up that Ford that I hauled up from Tennessee last week. The guy sold it. He sold it to somebody in Indiana, just outside of Indianapolis. So I've got to picking the car up tonight from the guy, and then I'll bring it back here, park the trailer here overnight, and then be leaving early in the morning to take the car out to Indianapolis. One of the strange things about this car is he didn't pay the guy in full. He paid him a down payment, $1,000 down payment, and what I'll do is I'm going to try and show you the car when I bring it back here. I'll try and show it to you. He paid $1,000 down payment, but I'm still taking the car out to the guy. When I get out there, the guy is going to give me either cash or a cashier's check for the remainder of the payment. That is, if he likes the car and the car is acceptable to him. If he doesn't like the car, we're just keeping the down payment that he made and using that for my delivery and haul back. And I told you I'd show you the car, and what I'm doing is doing this handheld. Even though it's on the gimbal, the batteries must have died on the gimbal, and so I'm just holding the camera in position on the gimbal. But anyways, here is a car. Okay, so we've got some dead audio time here, and I'm going to do a little bit of a voiceover. This is a car that I picked up in Tennessee, and this is 5 days later, and I've got it on the trailer, and it's going to be headed to Indiana. Now, the guy that's selling this car told me that he thought the guy that's buying it in Indiana was an older gentleman. When I got there, he wasn't older at all. He owned a body shop next to a house in rural Indiana, one of them small rural roads where you go like a mile of cornfields, and then there's a house in there, and then another mile of cornfields. But it turned out to be okay. I took the car to him. He liked it. So we unloaded it, and it goes from there. And like I said, I've got to deliver to Indiana. I'll try and put the camera up in the window and maybe get some shots of it along the way. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something. I'm taking a car to Indianapolis, and that speedometer is going to probably roll over to 200,000 miles pretty soon here. Kind of nighttime out. Well, it's kind of dark. Hopefully the camera will pick it up, but There it goes, 200,000. Just west of, well, not just west, probably 50 miles west of Buffalo when it did that. But I thought you guys like to see it. Okay, what I'm going to do now is switch over to show you guys something. I took that car to Indiana, dropped it off. The guy wanted it, so he paid me, but he paid me in cash. So I got a bunch of cash and I videotaped it in the truck before I went in to get something to eat in the service area. But anyways, I dropped it off in Indiana, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of footage on the way back. I'm not going to show you a lot of footage because I'm really not happy with the way it turned out. The camera was bouncy and there was a smudge on the camera case. Here in the gimbal, the camera is mounted with no case on it. To put it up in the window, you got to put a camera case over it, and it was smudged. I didn't realize it, so everything is kind of cloudy. So here you go. Footage is coming up of the money, and then some footage of the drive back. Okay, gonna show you guys something. I want to make this brief because I want to put this away. I took this car to this guy, and he was unsure of whether he wanted it or not. So he sent the owner a deposit and told me he would pay me in cash if he accepted it, or if he didn't accept it, I would have to haul it back and keep the deposit. But anyways, $20,000 in cash.